Death Ray Cat channel. I'm Nick or Nico or Nicky, whatever you want to call me. I'm going to do another random lesson from the String Stars card set, link below. They're not a sponsor. Let's have a look. Shuffle them up. Could be Elvis, could be Johnny Cash, could be Sister Rosetta. Let's do this, could be Buddy Holly. These are going to be completely random. Split the deck. Johnny Cash. Okay, I've done quite a few Johnny Cash lessons, I think, already, so go check them out. So let's think of something I've not done yet, and something that I can do as a quick lesson for you. We probably all know a bit about Johnny Cash. There's a little blurb on the back by Deke Dickerson. He says, Johnny Cash was a dark, brooding singer who looked a bit like Elvis, but sounded like only one human, Johnny Cash. From his early days at Sun Records in 1955, Cash made country music records that aged exceedingly well. There isn't a barroom on the planet that won't start singing along if the band plays Folsom Prison Blues. Between writing some of the world's most beloved songs about prisons, trains, love, death and the Mississippi River, Johnny also found spare time for other hobbies, such as accidentally burning down national forests and consuming over 1 million amphetamine pills. Guitarist Luther Perkins preferred knitting. Alright. So I've done a couple of Johnny Cash lessons. I don't think I've done Folsom Prison before. Why haven't I done that? Let's do that one, it's a huge one. Okay, so there's a couple of versions of it. The original, I think it's original, it's the first one that came up on YouTube. The live version at Folsom Prison is in F. I'm going to go with that version. It's just kind of more what I'm used to. Also, slightly easier on one of the chords, I think. But I'll show you the intro, and I'll show you the chord progression for the verse and chorus. So, I'm going to stick a bit of slapback on there. Okay, so the intro, we're going to play an F. I'll go for bridge pickup. There we go. So we're kind of starting with that, almost a bit of a C shape really, but we're going to start on the C. I'm going to use my third finger there. It's 3 hits on the 3rd fret on the A string, 3 Cs. Then we're going to hit the E. We're on the D string, but it's an E, the 2nd fret there. I'm going to hit that twice. Back to the C. Then we're going to go to the G, which is the 3rd fret on the E. And there's a very slight bend. Then we're going to land on that F. There's your intro. So as soon as we hit that F, we're going to go into the verse. Now what we got here is what you might call a power chord. You might have heard of that before. It's also known as a F5, but essentially all it is your first finger on the 1st fret of the E string. You're going to put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, then your little finger is going to go on the 3rd fret of the D string. There's a power chord. But what we're going to do with it, instead of chugging it all out like that, we're going to pick out the individual notes. We're going to go between the bass note, the E, the lowest one, or the one closest to your face, then the D string, then the A string, then the D string, and then we're going to cycle that. So E string, D string, A string, D string. And palm muting as well. The fleshy part of your palm here below your little finger, that's going to rest directly over the bridge where the strings meet it. And that's going to stifle it a little bit, so that's what it sounds like open. But we want to choke it a little bit, give it that staccato sound. So that's what we're going to be playing on the F chord there. I hear that train a-comin', it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. Then we're going to move up to the B flat, or the A sharp. Either way, it's the 1st fret on the A string. There's two different ways of doing this chord. I like to do it like that, so I'll use my middle finger starting on the first fret of the A string, then I'm playing the open D, then I'm playing the first fret of the E string, then back to the open D. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm lifting my finger up and down. I don't know why I like to do it like that. You could argue it might be easier to leave both fingers down on the first frets like that. So I've got my middle finger on the first fret of the E string and the ring finger on the first fret of the A string, and then the D is still open. Could do that. Stuck in Folsom prison, that's where I want to stay. So this time, stuck in Folsom prison, that's where I want to stay. We're starting on the A string, we go up to the D string, then to the E string, then to the D string, and cycle that. So we do that 2, 3, 4 times, then we go back to that F shape. I think that's 4 times round you play, and then we're going to do the C, but this time, now because we don't have the open string, I'm going to go for the 3rd fret on the A string and the 2nd fret on the D string, and then the 3rd fret on the E string. And then again, I'm used to doing this thing where I'm picking up the ring finger. If you wanted to, you could just leave your fingers down like that. And it's the same pattern as when we were doing that earlier chord. So we're going to go A string, D string, E string, D string, A, D, E. There's your C. Then we go back and finish on the F. If you want, you can add in a little running line, so you go from the C to the D to the E. That's 3rd fret on the A, open D, 2nd fret on the D, so that's a C, the open D, the 2nd fret on the D, and then you're back to the F. So if we're going to play that through, we're going to start with a when the vocals come in, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. There's the intro and verse chorus for Folsom Prison by Johnny Cash. Nice random lesson for you. I'm going to look at the solo for this song in the Patreon, so I'm going to do an extra video for that. If you enjoyed this, please think about signing up to the Patreon. I'll have the tabs there. I've got stuff for sale. I've got t-shirts, mugs, all that kind of stuff. I'll do one-on-one lessons. I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching.